Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do a video that I know that everybody at some stage in their exercise regime wants and needs is some lower back release. Sometimes it doesn't even have to mean that you've got lower back pain, but you'll notice that when you do these exercises that even if you don't have pain, they make you feel really good and really good for maintenance, just to stretch out your lower lumbar before you start to feel the pain. But also, of course, when you have the pain, it's really great release and it's less than 10 minutes. So make it part of your daily routine or every second day. And yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think. And I hope you get some release, because probably you found this video because you were searching for some sort of back easing of back pain. So here we go. Less than 10 minutes. Everybody's got time for this here. So we're just starting with cat and cow stretch, where hands are directly underneath your shoulders. You lower your head and you lower your hips and you round that back up towards the ceiling. It's very easy to kind of just get into the upper back, but make sure it's maybe not visible, but you'll feel it. Pull the belly button, make a point of pulling it up to the spine, and then we go back to neutral like a flat table, and then the hips go up and the head goes up. And pull the shoulders away from the ears, and then round it, dropping head and hips. So now you're looking through your legs, round it, round it, round it, arch, head and hips up. We're just going to do 2 more, round it, pulling the belly button up. Don't forget, or rather should I say, remember to breathe. It doesn't really matter which way you breathe, just as long as you do breathe. And last one, make it count. Suck the belly button up towards the spine. And last time, neutral, and then head and shoulders up. Okay, now child's pose. In this specific case, if it feels good for you, but one of my favorite is to open your hips, your legs, your knees, should I say, reaching the shoulders, reaching the arms out long, shoulders. Try not to hike them too much into your ears. And if you can't touch the ground, don't worry about that. Just get as close to the ground as you can, and pushing back. You're trying to get those glutes back onto the heels. Again, if you can't reach the heels, that's perfectly okay. But the idea is your arms are reaching out far, you're getting a stretch in your shoulders, and you're getting a stretch all the way down the back. Now, we're going to add a little bit of rotation to this. So, walking your right hand across to your left hand and pop it on top. You're trying to still keeping the hips squared to the mat. Oh, that is such a cool stretch. And then take your right hand back to the position on the outside of the mat, on the right side of the mat, and take your left hand and put it on top of the right hand. Nice. And one more time. Right hand on top of left hand. Oh, remembering to breathe and try and sink those feet, the hips back onto the feet. Oh, it feels so good. And right hand across, left hand on top. Deep breaths. Coming back to the center. Now take your knees inwards. Take your hands behind you, and palms facing upwards, so you can relax. Again, try and get your hips back onto your feet. And with control, we'll slowly, one vertebra at a time, rolling up. Okay, we go straight from here into, in Pilates, what we call our swan position. We'll first start with our half swan. So your shoulders are next to your hands are next to your shoulders. You're looking straight down. Inhale and exhale. Make sure your pubic bone's down into the mat, but belly button's pulling up, and we slowly lifting up. You're going to lift your elbows up. You're not coming up into full extension. Initially, just what we would call a half swan, shoulders out of your ears. And in this position, if you ever find that it's just too much on the back, you can bring your hands forward, and that lessens the load on the lower vertebra. Inhale. Exhale, pubic bone pushing down into the mat. Think length. Crown of the head reaching forward, coming up. Feeling the stretch also on the front of those abs. And back down. One more. Inhale, up we come. Length, length, length. And one more. Take it down. Up you come. And down. Okay, so you can either stay doing that, or if you've got it to give and you want to go a bit deeper, make sure your hands are in the right position for you in terms of the angle you're going to get. Come up into your full extension of the arms. And down we go. Beautiful. Stay with me. And, Pilates is always about control and slow. But I want to emphasize that even more so when we're dealing with stretching out and releasing the back and the neck. Very, very controlled and safe. Inhale. Exhale. Think length. As opposed to thinking about how high you can come up, think about how long you can come up. And when I say long, I mean length in that neck, length in that spine. And last time, up you come. Think length, shoulders out of the ears. And down you come. Okay, here we go. Flip over and you're onto your back and hug those legs into the chest. Now this has got to be, just this position has got to be one of my favorite. When you've got even today I can feel my lower back is really tight. This is such a release. So if this is enough of a release for you because you're finding it's pretty tight and it's enough for you, stay there. If you're okay with it, rock from side to side. Oh yeah, and you can often feel how one side of your lower lumbar, the muscle on each side of the spine, one side will always be a little bit tighter than the other. It's just like you'll often have one glute that's tighter than the other, one hamstring that's tighter than the other. And again, another modification, you could also do this. For some people, it's just too tight to have both legs in, so you just alternate legs, right? And just hold it in, and you can also go from side to side like that. But if you can have both legs in, try and relax the upper body as much as possible and hug those legs in nice and tight. Beautiful. Again, you can imagine you're going in, doing the circle of like a clock, and you're just massaging the lower lumbar. And then always remember to reverse and go in the other direction, which often feels a bit weird. Doesn't always feel as smooth as your stronger side. And that is okay. You can bring your head up a little bit, hold it there. And my second favorite back release, lower lumbar release. Have your palms facing upwards, out into a T shape. And you can start with legs crossed, but again now, if it's too uncomfortable for you, you can have them together, but I like to cross them over, because so I'm going to come, I've got my left leg over my right leg, and I'm going to drop my right thigh over. I'm going over to my right. Now, because my legs are crossed, it means that my bottom leg is pulling down on my top leg. So I'm getting a bit more of a stretch. And once you've found that stretching position, you can turn your head and look in the opposite direction. And using your obliques, bring it back to center. And swap over, right leg over left, dropping over to the left. One side, now this side I can't go as close to the ground as on the other side. It just shows how uneven we are. And back to center, using the obliques, left over right. Again, if that's a struggle for you, have your legs together and go over like that. That's our traditional Pilates spine twist supine. And over. Oh yes. Using obliques back to center. Swap it over. Over. Beautiful. Making a point of having your shoulders on your opposite shoulder on the ground, then look to that right arm. Basically looking to the other side, the opposite side of the side that your legs are going to. And then back to center using your obliques. Bring the legs parallel, bring them back up into your chest. This will put you in your position to roll up. Use momentum. And that is it. Hopefully your back feels a lot less tight. And if you've got time, do it for a little bit longer if you've got a excessive back strain. And I hope to see you on my next video. And please remember to like my video and subscribe to my channel. And please feel free to leave a comment for things you'd like to see more of, and I'll do my best to accommodate you. Ciao for now.